Hello everyone, welcome to Rodan Man's Reviews. So today we're going to take a look at the Mafex Hush Batman. This is, or Mafex or Mafex, however you prefer to say it, however you say it. This is the black and gray variant. I know previously I had done the video for the review for the blue and gray variant, so this is just the black and gray variant. They're the same in a lot of ways, but they do have some, a couple of things that are different, and we'll get into that. So just taking a look at Batman here, so we're going to take him off the stand. So we get the articulation that we've come to expect. It's very similar to the blue and gray version. His arms do extend out pretty far. He's got double jointed arms. He's got double jointed legs, right? The head can look up pretty well. The head can look down really well. He does have a swivel at both biceps, right? He's got a swivel at both wrists. He's got the feet point down, of course. They point up some too. Of course, we've got the feet do have, we've got a toe hinge here, so there's that. And then, so this is, very similar to the blue and gray version. Like I said, there are some differences, and we'll get into that. So we do, and we also have, of course, the cape does the same thing. It's got the wires that kind of run through it at a couple of different intervals. So right here on the outer seam, and then a couple right here in the middle. So if you wanted to, look like Batman's cape was billowing in the breeze or what have you, you have that option. Of course, we do have all of the things that we had with the other Batman. We've got an extra bat head here, and this is the kind of growly, grimacing Batman, right? So we get that. We also get a myriad of different hands. So all the different hands that we had with the other Batman, we get here. The claw batarang hand. We've got a fisted hand. This is almost the hand that, if you put something in there, you can probably put the cape in there and do that. We've got, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 5 different extra sets of hands with the figure. Actually 6 different sets of hands. So it's pretty extreme. We've got the kind of open hand here, the kind of splayed hand thing going on, and we've got that for, of course, 2 hands there. We do have the grapple gun hand here, and you got one for either hand, so you can put it in his left hand or his right hand. And then, of course, we do have the grapple gun itself, where you can put the little grapple in there, or if you want to do that, you can also put it in, have the long grapple like he's shooting the thing out there. This is just a, of course, a piece of metal here that's probably about, it's about his height, so it's about 6.5 inches long or so. The grapple, the grapple gun, the line for the grapple gun. We, of course, get the batarangs. So we've got a couple of different types of batarangs. We've got these here, and hopefully you can see that back up against the cape. And then we have these that are kind of a little more rounded in batarangs. And you get 2 each of these. You get 2 of these for the figure, right? And again, just a bunch of hands. Again, kind of similar to the, the blue and gray variant. Now, with the blue and gray variant, we also got this, and we get one of these with this Batman as well. We get the stand here. So we've got the stand to put them on. We just pop that in, and then this goes up here. Sorry, I'm out of frame a little bit there. And then you got that. You can put it around the figure. I really don't. I mean, these stands are okay, I guess. I'm really not a big fan of it. Now, what this Batman does come with, that there's two things. There's one thing this Batman comes with that the other one didn't, and then there's one thing that the blue and gray version came with that this one doesn't come with. So the thing that the black and gray version comes with is we've got this stand, which is, I guess, a part of like an iconic shot of him from the graphic novels. If you put that there, you can kind of put him up here and kind of pose him up. I know it's kind of haphazard looking, but you get the point. There's this little stand where you can, if you want to, you can pose him up. This is just a kind of piece of plastic there, and it's got like a eagle or a hawk head on it, like a gargoyle, statue or something like that, right? A corner of a building, a church or something like that. So we get this with this version of Batman. What we don't get is the original version had, and I showed you the other head previously, the kind of grimacing head. We got one of those with the blue and gray version, but what we don't get with the black and gray version is we don't get a Bruce Wayne head. Now, good news is this: if you've got the blue and gray version, you can actually take the head off, and if you want to do this, you can, and pop the Bruce head on there. There we go. So yeah, so if you want to have the Bruce Wayne head on him, you can do that, but this figure doesn't come with a version, or doesn't come, this version, the black and gray version, does not come with the Bruce Wayne head. So just be aware of that if you're going to get the black and gray version. But other than that, pretty much everything else is the same, guys, right? It's all the same hands. It's the grapple gun. It's the let's try that again. It's all the same stuff, all the same accessories aside from that, right? So just the only difference, no Bruce Wayne head, and then this version you get the little gargoyle-ish stand, right? So let's go ahead and we'll take a look at a couple of comparisons here. So let's size them against an articulated icons ninja, right? So the Mafex Batman, he stands at about, he's just shy of about 6.5 inches, right? And of course the articulated icons ninja, they're about 6 inches. So he's a little bit taller than the ninja, right? He's a little bit taller than the articulated icons ninja. So that's fine. Let's put him up against the, here he is up against the 80th anniversary, the Marvel Legends 80th anniversary Captain America, right? So Cap is just I think he's just a little bit taller. He's a little bit over, he's closer to about 6 3/4 inches or so. So he's a little bit taller than Batman. So if you're going to do that DC crossover you always wanted to do, I don't know how, as far as Bruce Wayne and Steve Rogers, how they compare against each other height-wise. It seems like it's probably close to accurate anyway. So there's that. And then, of course, we'll go ahead and put him up against the blue and gray version. I mean, as you can see, they're really the same figure. Of course, they just... Now, there are a couple differences in just the paint apps, and I'll show you what those are. If you look at, and I'll try and get this close, guys. So if you look at the black and gray version, the gray is a little bit lighter than the blue and gray version. And then the belts, the utility belts, like for the blue and gray, if you look, it's almost darker. It's almost kind of, for lack of a better term, it's almost kind of dirtier looking. This one's kind of like a brighter yellow on the black and gray version, right? So, but other than that, they're pretty much the same in sculpt and everything. The chest piece is really well done. It's sculpted into the figure itself. And then of course we have, as with the other figure, we've got the we've got almost some very subtle wash where the arms and legs are, you know, just to kind of make the muscles pop. It's almost understated on the figure, so there's that. So yeah, but just overall really very similar for the most part, with some minor details that are different and some of the accessories that are a little different, right? So that's it. So the Mafex Hush Batman. As always, guys, I want to thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting my channel. Please like, please comment, please subscribe, and I'll see you all next video.